What is the hardest weapon to master in Apex Legends? It's a tough question, and the answer will be different depending on who you ask, because the real answer is whichever you suck with the most, and today I have a beautiful tale to tell you, but first I had to remember why this weapon is so tough. My name's Raktak, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and as I fought my opponents in Stormpoint, there it was, 11 damage, making today's video about the Mastiff. But what you're looking at here is not the tale, but the appetizer, for as I endured the battlefields of Stormpoint, little did I realise that... Maybe I should have made this video about the Vault being the... No, it's definitely the Mastiff, and as our team leapt towards Jurassic Park, I didn't trust this unwieldy shotgun, and it cost us dearly.
Signaling an airstrike. Shield up.
No, bad dog! Sit down! Good boy! Wait, both teammates down? Oh, not again! I told you before, Gibraltar is not for eating! And there it was, we didn't trust the Mastiff where we should have, so the next game we absolutely did. But first, as we're all gamers here, it makes sense for me to team up with today's sponsors, Opera GX, with their free browser that is perfect for Apex players because you can keep your 50 tabs open while playing due to GX Control, with a panel that lets you limit the CPU or RAM usage when the queue pops. Grab the slider and put it where you want it, then the moment you get brutally thirsted, tab out and then do your thing. There's also a network limiter option so you can prevent the web pages from sucking up all your bandwidth. After getting destroyed, you can continue your bad beat therapy with a handy sidebar that has social media integrations such as Discord, and you can load up Twitch to watch someone play the game properly. But if you do uninstall for the evening, then click my favourite feature, the little controller here, which is the GX Corner, showing you every game release on a handy calendar, and better than that, all the things you can scoop up for free, as well as the latest deals in the categories can be filtered by platform. Sometimes the visual effects in Apex leave us a little visually confused, so the last thing you want is to tab out to log into Facebook and get flashbanged in the face, but with Opera GX you can force dark mode and avoid burning out your eyeballs. There's so much to enjoy with this browser, including a built-in VPN, so check the link in the description and download Opera GX for free, available for PC and mobile. Now let's make the most of that 11 damage. Oh, that's a shame. But the real fight was above us, and I had to get back quickly.
Taking damage over here.
Funny how I can hit a fallen trick shot, but a downed lifeline? Oh no, that's asking too much now, isn't it? Oh, we'd rather plant shotgun seeds to see if we can grow an ammo tree for losers here. Okay, anyway, yeah, Pathfinder had been downed and Bangalore needed my help. The moment arrived for me to throw a horribly timed grenade. Wondering if I had put some of those bullets into my teammates' back, I didn't want this enemy squad to have any time to think, so I put the pressure on. Then I was about to discover a fortuitous trick.
Recharging shields.
Yeah, I got wedged between the corners. Look, I'm big boned, alright? Don't judge. Besides, imagine the look on my enemies' faces when I pop back up behind them for a mighty 11 damage. Oh, come on, those numbers were supposed to be a joke, not the sum of my efforts to wipe them off the face of this earth. Come on now, Raktak, pull it together! The excitement was too much and I started to freak out about my ammo situation. And now, I was truly alone.
I'm taking the shot. I need shotgun ammo. Down one. I'm out of energy ammo. We finished the squad. That's how you get the job done. Reloading.
Help.
Yeah, how do I get to him? And which way is he crawling? Oh, okay, this is awkward. I really should learn the map a little better. Let's face it, it wouldn't make the slightest bit of difference, but what would make a difference was having Pathfinder back in the fight thanks to a respawn beacon directly above us on the rooftop. And after countless experience of seeing teams rock up and push hard from the resurrection, I was prepared for it. But this time, there was someone coming to use the beacon, and they were the ones that were unprepared. That's a good time to tell you why I've been playing a bit of Gibraltar recently, and the answer is simple. His dome reminds me of a character I played in Overwatch called Orisa. I was pretty good with Orisa.
Reloading.
Swapped out the L-Star for the R99, and with everyone back to full strength, we made a play for the command center, where I was about to discover that wherever your first instincts are about a battle, being able to change your strategy is an important part of combat, especially when you have no idea whatsoever about what your teammates are doing or why they're even doing it.
Firing. Reloading.
Throwing Dark Star. Throwing Thermite.
Could use some help.
Taking damage, friends. Okay. Throwing Thermite.
I'm getting shot.
Spotted. Double hiding.
Charging shield.
Badly misjudged the situation here, and getting outside for a quick reset was the only play here, as I seem to be the complete focus for that enemy team. And if you try to bully Gibraltar, just remember that the cuddly, gentle bear is still a wild animal, and if you poke that bear, I'll show you the feral ferocity of ruthless aggression.
Grenade, watch out. Enemy over there.
Pulling up. Reloading. One down. Give me my. Hey, that was the last one. He just dropped from exhaustion.
With light ammo once again proving an absolute joke, I swapped to the Rampage for sustained reliability. Now only 8 squads left, and as we look down the hills from the mountain lift, I thought about our next move. But sometimes you can trust in the movements of others to decide your next steps. For a battle was about to come to us, and it turned out to be an unexpected turn of events.
Okay.
Throwing Dark Star.
We discouraged one from taking that zip line, but another fell right into the trap of my 2 teammates. But for some reason, they didn't deal with this singular foe as quickly as I thought.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close.
Reloading.
Off the mic. Front.
It's been a while since we've had an earthquake. Let's make one.
Don't shield up. Hostile right here. Taking damage over here.
Instant regret for that invading Octane, but a Valkyrie remained outside our window, and they dispatched our Bangalore.
Rogue. Enemies here.
Firing. Reloading. I can see.
Bubble, give it. Bubble.
Cover for my brothers.
Pathfinder really low on health went for a risky revive, and I went outside to deal with the Valkyrie. But they'd unfortunately taken the alternate route back upstairs and down both my teammates as well. Then I heard more footsteps incoming. It was another squad. It was time to escape and return later for the banners.
Bringing down some destruction. Heads up, the other
I guess we wouldn't be returning anywhere for anything. But we can't end 2021 like that, no sir! The next match turned into a typical game of Apex Legends where our whole squad had the synergy of a ham and jam sandwich, but I was determined to have another shot with the Mastiff, because the real trick to mastering any gun is to use it often and remember a few golden rules. Well, it's more like one, just aim down the sights and tighten the spread. Looting up in Cascade Falls though proved costly, as 7 squads had already been eliminated. But fortunately, gunfire was heard and our roaming teammate could either go be a flower picker of Storm Point or follow the war drums of battle.
In progress.
As everybody knows, Gibraltar is one of the stealthiest legends in this game.
Reloading.
However disorganized our team was, I suspected that the enemies had headless chicken syndrome, and I wasn't about to give them an inch.
Reloading. One down. Down to nothing. Keeping my shields on. Reloading.
A revive out in the open? How valiant. Ill-advised, but valiant. Then I decided to shoot a prowler in the butt cheeks as revenge for what happened at the start of the video, hoping it was somebody's cousin, but then we moved on to clean out the rest of the family tree in their lair, but just as we were purging the nests, we were interrupted by enemy forces.
Bear, getting shot. Dome shield out. Signaling an airstrike.
I wasn't about to take any more risks and headed for the safety of a nearby building because after all, we had a caustic in our team and it's good to make the most of stinky gas poo-poo man whenever you can. Frustratingly, these opponents refused to push and my impatience grew.
I'm taking the shot.
Another caustic. Die, you smelly green mist-making scientist! Of course I can't finish him off, of course I can't!
There's another squad. Hands up. Reloading. Taking the shot. Taking fire, boss. Reloading.
Just how many caustics were on this map? I wasn't about to let them stink me out of this building. I'd be going to him.
Reloading. One down. We're close. 30 seconds.
I wondered what was in that death box outside, but
Taking fire, boss.
yeah, absolutely lasered. This fight wasn't over.
Take a deep breath. Things moving. Keep the hustle. Reload.
Victors of this disgusting place, I was keen to move on, but quickly realised with round 2 closing, there were actually only 2 other squads left, and more importantly, they were fighting. The dust settled, and it was just us and them. I cautiously approached the lagoon, the place from where the gunfire echoed, and realised perhaps this would be the place of our final confrontation. An overzealous dome from me, but the enemy's positioning reeked of desperation. They wanted to get to the next ring, and I could smell it. We were right in their path.
I'm hit. Could use some help.
The countdown began and the ring prepared its relentless journey to the zone. My thoughts cast back to the previous video where I paid no heed to the inevitable microwaving of the map and vowed that this time it would be different. This time we would watch our enemies squirm as they tried to fight their way to us, and this time I was going to use my ultimate.
Bring down some destruction.
I guarded the rear in case of a sneaky flank, and it just so happened. Hiya, Octane.
He's out controlling it. Shield up. We got another one down.
There we go, finally learned a lesson from the sting of defeat from the previous video and pulled off a victory. The Mastiff definitely has more respect from me than before, and being mindful of enemy movement before pulling the trigger has definitely helped as well, especially when they're jumping around. Waiting to pull the trigger as they approach the peak of that jump is a personal favourite. Hope you enjoyed the videos this year. I've enjoyed making them. Take it easy, catch you on the next one. Later!